Patrick, just to start, I mean, when did you know that this was going to be the decision for you?
So probably about maybe a month ago, I kind of had to figure out in my mind this is the destination. Probably right near the end of the season, I saw the way that team was fighting towards the end. Saw the pieces that they could have next year, and I just thought it would be a great place for me to play basketball next year for my dad.
How's it feel to just finally say it out loud?
It feels great. I know I'm one of the later commitments in my class, and just getting it over now and in this fashion is just super relieving, and I can just focus on next year.
Patrick, I know a lot of people would be like, a recruit of your stature, oh, this is shocking. Is it shocking to you?
I can see how it can be shocking to other people, but I think people that know me know where I stand, know where I stand with my family. So I think to the people that know me truly, this isn't a shock, but to some people it might be.
Did your parents know it all, or did you keep it close to the vest?
I kept it very close to the nest. That's how I was able to kind of keep it quiet until today. Admittedly, I leaked some of my teammates early, just kind of had to tell somebody, but they did a great job of keeping it wraps and not telling anybody. So I'm just happy that I was able to tell them about a week ago, and they were all in tears, so I was happy.
What is it going to mean to you to be able to play for your dad at the college level?
I mean, it means the world to me. I mean, he's been my trainer, he's been my coach, he's been my father. So just getting a chance to play for him and really kind of help his team win next year, and it means a whole lot to me, for sure.
And I know because of the NCAA rules, it's kind of weird. Your dad hasn't been able to brag about you through this experience. What is it like to finally be able to be like, yeah, Dad and me, we can talk, and it doesn't have to be secret anymore?
I mean, we could always talk about anything, and I think with college, I don't think there's any rules between parents and coaches. There's limited, at least. But I mean, it's been an experience and a half. Just being able to finally say I'm going to go play for you next year after 18 years of raising me and breeding me as a person and a player. So it's just special.
When did you tell your
I told him about a week ago.
So I have to ask, who had a bigger smile, mom or dad?
Probably Dad was smiling, Mom was crying. So I'd have to say Dad had a bigger smile in that situation.
Was it be surreal to put that Panther jersey on?
Yeah, I mean, that's the tough part. Honestly, as a kid, there aren't many kids that grow up and their dream school is Milwaukee, but you got to make every place your big time. It's a place. That's something my dad has always said. So when I put on that Panther jersey, I rep that school with pride, and I'm just gonna put on for the city.
How's your ankle doing?
Ankle's doing great. I'm finally running 5v5 now, so I'm back almost in full shape. Still some tightness, but overall, I should be prepared for the summer workouts.
Patrick, do you allow yourself to think about taking the Panthers to a place that they haven't been in a long time, if ever?
Yeah, I think with the talent we have next year, and then obviously me coming into the mix, I think we have a really good roster next year. I trust my dad. I know that we'll be creative next year, so just knowing that a lot of the duty and load is going to fall on my back is something that I'm up for the challenge. And I don't know, I want to win at everywhere I'm at, so if that means I'm running in Milwaukee, that's what it'll be.
Does this raise the profile of the program? Do you buy into that stuff or think about that stuff?
I don't buy into raising profile, but I think we'll be a good team next year, and I think we do have a very good chance of winning a lot of games next year.
Coach Cerrone made a joke about it, that wherever you go, he was going to have to buy a T-shirt tonight on eBay. I guess since it's so close, will you at least accompany him to the school shop to pick him out a T-shirt?
Yeah, I'll make sure to get him some free T-shirts so he doesn't have to break his pockets. But
Patrick, thinking back to your 4 years, I guess more so 3 on the court here, what are some of your favorite memory from playing at Hamilton?
I think my all-time favorite memory has got to be the state championship run. I mean, that was a special team, considering most of that year we weren't slated to even go that far, let alone make it to the sectional final. So that was a special team. We had some special people. Overall, I think that was one of my favorite experiences. And I think even though COVID kind of sucked, I think that run at the end was pretty memorable. Especially that last COVID game where it was kind of awkward. There weren't that many fans. But I think that was a special run, even though it came up short. And then just kind of this season, just kind of spending time with everybody. even though we weren't around each other as much and kind of separated because of practice and it's kind of a weird environment, I thought it was a special season, and overall, I wouldn't have gone back without anybody else.
We interrupt that. We got to get one signature here. We didn't officially sign it, so we got to get that.
Kind of need that.
There you go. Today is the next one, mission.
Hey, Patrick, I couldn't hear you before, but did you say you had sort of made up your mind shortly after the end of the season? So just take us through, like, from then to now, what are some of the things that are, you considering when you say, well, waiting to announce now? Were there some certain things you were just kind of wanted to be sure of, and can you share with us what those were?
Yeah, there were a ton of moving parts. I think at that time it wasn't set in stone, but I was very favorable at that point. But there were still a lot of moving parts and a lot of the coaches that I had been in contact with. And I mean, as much as it's hard to say no to your dad, it's very difficult to say no to some of the all-time great coaches that I had the opportunity to come in contact with. So, but I mean, just watching the way that they fought at the end, their comeback in the tournament against Wright State, just really kind of showed that they're a team that can compete, and they have pieces that can really